Welcome back, companions, to the Lucky Die. Previously, Balance makes a desperate choice. Rhal finds a couple of captives as Zaltanna falls unconscious. The fight rages on 5 fronts as our brave adventurers confront Dravos, Honorino, and their men. While companions fall unconscious left and right, Rhal finds a Det and Tuck within their cell. And of course, the world itself suffers the loss of another god. Can Rhal free the prisoners? How badly has the fabric of reality been broken? And will Zaltanna get her wife back? I guess you're about to find out. Welcome back to the Lucky Die. So, the top of the round belongs to Dravos, who is on the ground. The person he just jumped down to try and kill is now back up on the platform, which is now beginning to float ever higher. It's like probably a good 15 up. Which presents him with a bit of a problem, because he cannot jump that high. He also does not have the extra thing that would help him, because you have a fucking sword. He lifts his head high and he bellows from extremely loud, and he says, "You lot, get that bloody elf up there!" And he runs towards where Benno is standing over Elisa's body. He jumps a little ravine, a little crack that has formed between the two, and he jumps down, equivalent of like another 3 feet down onto the platform where they now are. Okay, that's Dravos's go. Cool beans. He's at a position where he can start throwing things at you now if he wants to, but it's not his go. Okay, it is now Honorino's go, and since you can't see him, who knows what he's doing on his go?
It's a mystery.
I might not know, but we don't know. So it's now Balance's go. You are on this platform. You are probably like 15, 20 feet up now. This itself is also beginning to crack, and Zaltanna's body is lying on that crack. What do you want to do?
I imagine from that recharge that Marnak has given Balance, for flavor, I imagine that his eyes are probably like glowing a little bit and his fingers are like sparking with a little bit of that like psychic energy.
Yes.
And he rushes over to Zaltanna, puts his hands on both sides of her temples, and he's gonna pump another 6 psi points of mend wounds into her.
Nice. Zaltanna, you come to and you see Balance leaning over you. You see his eyes aglow, his fingers feel warm next to your temples, and you come back awake with 20 hit points.
That was severely under what it should have been.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate roll, I think. Yeah, super unfortunate.
Well. I won't complain.
It's okay.
Because it means I'm not gonna die. Does that mean I take the success off my death saving throws?
Yes. So that resets, now you're conscious. Alright, so that's Balance's go.
He's gonna point to Dravos and be like, you might wanna just, like, he's just like, go.
Can't even get the words out. As his hands are moving between like the side of his face and like pointing at Dravos and like trying to get the words out, he's leaving like this like ethereal little glow behind as he's like charged with this slightly odd psychic magic. Alright, cool beans. I assume that's your go over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
all right.
No. Bonus action,
No.
mystical recovery.
No. Okay, cool.
So mystical recovery, I forget to do it. I could use a bonus action and regain HP equal to the amount of psi points I spend. So I regain 6 HP, which matters because I was only at 20 HP.
Yes, for the love of Pete, yes. Heal yourself.
Okay.
Physician, heal thyself.
All right. We're good.
Okay, cool. We are now back down in the dungeon with the prisoners.
Shouldn't have started out with the potion. This might have been one of those scenarios in which the intended purpose would have been useful.
I'm so sad it didn't work. Rhal, you have found the key in the drawer.
Yes.
What are you going to do now?
I go back. I open the door.
It opens. You have the key.
Yes. I go over to, I guess, Tuck, look over, make sure that that's Odette.
Yes, from your memories of Zaltanna's memories, yes, this is Odette. She looks haggard, she looks old. As you get over to Tuck, he's very emaciated. He hasn't eaten very much recently. His lips are cracked and broken. He has a beard, which you've never seen in any of your memories of him. His hair is long and scraggly. He's not really wearing anything at all. And yeah, that's how you find him.
Can you guys get up?
He looks at the manacles holding him to the wall.
Son of a bitch. Do I have keys for those?
The keys in your key ring will undo those.
I was just going to spit everywhere, but I'm trying not to do that a little bit more these days.
Yeah. As Tuck drops to the ground, like he comes to very, very shakily, like crawl his way over to Odette. You're not sure whether he can stand on his own 2 feet yet. He looks up at you and he says, "Thank you for saving me. Who are you?"
Rhal's like shaking and getting a potion out and handing him his one healing potion. So I hand him that.
He takes the potion very warily and he kind of like gets himself to his feet, and his height is not much taller than Odette laying down, but he kind of like stands very defensively between you and her. He seems to like lean back on his like feet. You can recognize as a very defensive stance, still holding the potion you gave him, and he looks up at you very fiercely and he says again, "Who are you?"
I'm with Zaltanna. She's here fighting.
He shakes his head and looks at Odette. "She won't wake up. She said she was going to speak to Zaltanna. That was a few days ago. She won't wake up."
She's been asleep for days?
He nods. We could try the potion, but if it's magic, it's not going to help. And he kind of like, again, he's like beginning to like falter and like lose his strength, but he's trying to stand as best he can.
If it's not going to help, then you take the potion. We need to get back. I need to get back there. We shouldn't leave her here.
He looks at the potion. He drinks it. And you see his body begin to infuse with some magic from the potion. He looks at her, he looks at you, he looks at the keys, and he says, "Lock her in. And we'll go finish this fight."
Okay. We get up, and I lock the door and assume that I have the only key. And then I melt it with acid so no one can have it. Ha ha ha. Just kidding. And then we go.
Okay. Tuck does his best to keep up with you. You kind of see that as he's going along, you see him like begin to like roll his shoulders. He seems to be like recovering something somehow. But yeah, you guys, even he makes that bit of a chasm jump, and that's where we're going to leave you down there.
I gave him a ration too. You said he looks really hungry, and Rhal notices.
Oh my God, that's adorable.
Rhal is a good
okay. So, what I'm going to let you know, Rhal, is that you have gained a monk companion.
Ooh, monk buds.
So that, for the sake of brevity, he is basically going to attack twice every time you attack. He's going to stay as close to you as possible because he's a little weak, a little underpowered. But yes, so added to your initiative round is also the wonderful Tuck, also a monk. All right. Back upstairs, the hidden bard Oh, geez, he can do things. Okay, maybe not.
You better fucking not.
Again, you hear somebody just say ting, and it's coming from like directly beneath you. So like on the platform, like if you look directly down, like directly underneath the platform that you two are floating on, it's just nothingness, it's darkness. But you hear a sound like down there, you hear that little lad's like ting, and you see like a couple of the wounds begin to mend over on Dravos's shoulder.
Bullshit!
That's that little fuck's go. What level healing word? It got foe.
Healing word is one of the lighter heals. So.
It's lame.
Yeah.
So bad. All right, it's now Zaltanna's go.
Right.
You are awake.
Cool. So Zaltanna is she's gonna lay on hands for her last 30 of it, heal herself up almost to full, because she is ready to fuck some shit up.
Nice.
I'm literally now only 6 points away from my full health.
As you put your hands on yourself, you feel Tyr's influence at the very last of it. Stop it. You feel Tyr's influence running through your blood. And in almost like a little flash of golden light, those wounds heal over. But you're probably well aware this is the last that Tyr is going to be able to help you, because I think that's your lay on hands out, and I think that's most of your channel divinities out, and I think that's most of all your other stuff gone. Your spell slots at least as well. So your connection to Tyr is thin right now. Okay, cool beans. So you're healed up. You look fresh-faced, angry.
And then I'm gonna jump on top of that fucking guy. Because I have a movement.
If you back up and make a running jump, you can go 18 feet from the edge of this thing, which will probably land you square on top of where Dravos is, because I think that's hilarious to me.
Well, I wasn't talking about Dravos.
Who do you want to jump on?
Oh. I'm jumping on top of the bard and squishing him with my giant fucking armor weight.
Bard is invisible.
But you said that I could hear him below me.
I'll tell you what, I'll let you make an attack, but it's a disadvantage, because anything that attacks invisible things are at a disadvantage. So, yeah, let's say, because it's kind of amusing, you run off sword first and try and dive into this kid.
Before that, for motivation, Casey, I will remind you that Dravos is currently running very menacingly at Elise and Benno. I don't know if that would matter to Zaltanna, but that does...
No, that really matters to Zaltanna, but also, like, think about it logically. Like, if we don't kill this fucking bard, nothing is gonna matter.
Yeah, but he might only be doing, like, between 2 to 6 hit points every time he says ting. And you could be doing a lot more than that by, like, focusing... Like, this healing word might not be shit. It could not be worth putting effort into.
Okay.
So it
New plan.
Really depends.
New plan.
But you don't want your friends to die for sure.
No, you're right.
Elise is already making death saves.
Zaltanna's gonna look at Balance and say, kill that goddamn bad, because if I hear ting one more goddamn time, I'm gonna go fucking insane. And then she's gonna make a running jump towards Dravos.
Balance is shouting, I can't see it!
Rhal comes back and mispronounces Tuck's name. I found ting!
God damn!
Anyway, all right. So, because I think like the aesthetics of this are pretty cool, but you would normally have to make a check to do like the running and the jumping and then the attacking. Like, I'm just gonna say, rather than making things advantage and disadvantage on all this bullshit, I'm gonna say that Zaltanna can back up, run, jump off, and land on him.
Okay.
If you hit him with your first strike. If not, then you're also taking falling
I want to
damage.
point out that this is not me using my greatsword as an attack, because laying on hands is an action. This is me using my movement to try to land on him.
Okay. In that case, yeah, I'll take an athletics check, please.
Because I would love to attack him, but I'm going to be the first person to check myself and be like, no, I can't do that. I don't have the action.
That's fine.
So what do you want? Acrobatics? Athletics? Athletics.
Yes, athletics. It's you can do 18 feet because you are the strongest motherfucker on this team.
All right, Angus Young.
Tyr.
Yeah, Yeah.
I just, in my head, Tyr is just Angus Young. So.
Okay, but we pray to Tyr.
Oh, Tyr Almighty, give me the strength to do this. And if you don't, to hell with you. 15.
You land on him. Roll a d6.
I guess he really likes when I quote really bad movies. Well, that was a 1.
Well, you both take 1 falling damage. He takes 1 point, you take 1 point. I hate this so much. Why can falling damage never do more than like 1 or 2 on a dice for me? I hate this so much. Okay.
Are we both prone
Travis
now?
is taking... yeah, let's say you're both just like, you're prone. No one's grappled yet, but you are prone. So I think grappling would be an action. That's probably a little step too far.
Oh, fuck, but
okay.
his turn's next, so he's just gonna get up. Whatever.
It's okay. You're now in the fight. He now can't get to Elise or Benno. So you're
just,
good.
Kill me
saved
again.
him murdering the fuck out of Elise this round, as long as she doesn't fail her death saving throw. Okay. To our beautiful and lovely NPCs. All right. Elise, laying on the ground, takes her death saving throw. She's at 2 failures because the guy sliced into her while she was unconscious. She succeeds on an 18. She's not stabilized, but she's not dead. Benno, who is standing over her, puts his foot back onto her shoulder and casts Cure Wounds and helps her to her feet. The guy in front of him with the giant axe slashes twice at Benno and carves deep into his chest. The guy then action surges and smashes into Benno's face. And as Benno turns around, screaming in agony, you can see that his nose has been cleaved straight off. He is bleeding to death and less than 5 hit points. Up in Homer's world, he looks at everyone who has been mauling the fuck out of him, who's taken down his tiger form, who have stabbed him, who have shot at him with arrows, who have done horrific magic missiles at him. He smiles, taps his chest twice, and you see him heal himself with heal, which does 70 hit points. And he just smiles at them, and he says, well, I think you're going to have to try a bit harder than that, because someone like me was in the fourfold, and he's healed. Now, the archers are unhappy with this, and they shoot at him 4 times between the few of them, and only 3 of them hit. And he takes some damage. He's not looking great, but he just healed himself to 70. He does not care right now. The magic user takes a step back and assesses the situation. He looks over at the magic users on the other side who attempted to dominate Zaltanna and thinks he may have more fun trying to dominate Homer. And as you see the magics float around this magic user, they hit Homer square in the chest, and you see his eyes glaze over and turn the same color as the person who's just dominated him.
Son of a bitch.
This is such chaos.
Jens, it is. Oh my god, they're like planning this fight was unreal. Jens on the other side is left with 3 people. The 2 archers that have just been popped up, and the person who is now blind and deaf, touching the shoulders of the archers he just brought up. He's just brought up. Jens rolls her eyes and casts her last high-level spell, casting Chain Lightning at them. Funnily enough, the archers die again as they hit the deck, unconscious, dead. And then the magic user, super unhappy, reaches out to where they felt the crackling magic, grabs Jens's wrist and casts Blight. And she falls to the ground, unconscious. So that's their goes. Now to the top of the round, Dravos. He looks at Zaltanna, laying sort of roughly on top of him. It's like, where the fuck did you come from? And he's going to try and take your sword from you. So we need an opposed strength check.
Also, my sword is...
Can you opt to fail?
Oh, fuck, I want to see that. Like,
He doesn't know.
Please fight it. But holy fuck, I want to see this.
Why would you want to see him have Callan-Morn?
Because he's Cal.
But
We'll fuck him up.
Cal
with
is
their
my
thoughts.
very best friend. So I have
Remember what
9
he
friends.
did to the one
actually.
guy?
What?
Do you remember what he did to the one guy in Chatvok?
No.
When you handed over the sword and he said, "It's all right, I've got this," and then like the dude just gave you the sword back.
It's a risk, but Cal's gonna just keep trying to fuck him over.
That is also true, but I don't want him to have Cal.
No. By all means resist, because it would be risky, but holy fuck, if you fail, that's going to be the funniest thing ever.
It's a 14.
Yep. I have to do, because Travis doesn't know this, so...
No, he doesn't.
You would have it at disadvantage because it's a strength check and your exhaustion. However, it's Calamon and he gives no fucks and does not wish to go with this, so it's it's a level playing field.
So 14.
Yes. Dravos, little fuck that he is, I'll make him roll a strength check. I kind of want him to... now I think about it, I kind of want him to do this.
I'm 50-50, honestly. This is great.
He got a 3.
Aw.
So he doesn't take Calamon from your grasp.
That's fine.
For flavor, can I say that he touches it and he just feels a little spark? He's like, ow, what the fuck?
Yeah, like a static shock.
Yeah.
It's the leftover bit of tear that's stuck to your sword.
No, I was saying it was Cal, because Cal can do thunder blast. Thunder
He can Thunderwave, yeah.
wave. Yes. That one.
Like his ears ring a little bit. He's super unhappy. Okay. Well, Dravos is super unhappy. He doesn't like this. He stands up, pulls out his short sword, and with his offhand, he's going to stab down at you. I'm not going to make it at advantage because I think that may be a little harsh. For 16 versus your armor class.
Haha, fuck no, buddy. Fuck no.
Okay.
I have a cape on. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Can't touch this. Dravos stabs down at you and is exceptionally pissed off that he doesn't hit you. But again, he looks up at his people. It's like, come on, just shoot the elf up there. It's not hard. It's now Honorino's go. No one can see Honorino, so who knows what he's doing. It's now Balance's go.
Hi. Okay.
Hi.
I need a clarification here.
Of course you may.
Clarifying clarification.
Yes.
My mind is all jumbled right now. You described that there's a void beneath us. Is that like a big crevice we're talking about? What?
Yes. Go with crevice. It's pretty dark down there. You would assume it's looking down into the earth dark itself. You don't know how deep it is. But yeah, it's a great chasm or a void. It's a big hole under there. And it's slowly getting wider, and your island is slowly getting higher.
And how is Dravos looking?
He's covered in some wounds, yeah.
It'd be really cool if this works.
Please do what I think you're doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try to break his will again.
All right. I need an intellect save, correct?
Yep. DC 16.
All right. Let's do this intellect save.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 1.
So smart.
Oh my god.
Zaltanna, we're so lucky that you have such smart friends.
Okay. It works.
All right. On his next go, you have control of his action and his move.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Balance is staring wide-eyed that it worked again. And then
Zaltanna, you're seeing Dravos's eyes go as wide as Balance's currently are because they are Balance's eyes.
And then looking around, seeing that Dravos is continue kill the fucking elf. Balance is gonna lay down prone so that any arrows at him are at disadvantage.
Well,
Yes.
Zaltanna
played,
is
sir.
going to look
Well
up
played.
at you before you lie down while you're looking down there with wide eyes and just eyes equally as wide in disbelief.
I really hope this
appreciative.
works.
But disbelieving.
I so hope this works. This is beautiful.
I think you know where I'm going with this.
I want this to be a thing desperately. Okay, it's Honorino's go. What he's doing, nobody knows. No, that was Balance's go. My bad. Rhal, it's you and Tuck.
Oh, man.
What do you want to do?
Where are we? Are we up the stairs yet?
I'm going to say the end of this go, you've made your way to the door. You can probably unlock it and like open it and try and sneak through. Like,
Yeah. We'll keep. Yeah. Sneaky is Rhal's instinct for sure.
Sneaky. I would like you to roll a sneak check then. There are some people on the other side of this door, and I will roll their perceptions. Well, they failed.
Oh, man. That's a 10. That's a 2
Oh
on
boy,
the die.
then. Oh boy, then they may actually spot you.
So, V.
As you open the door.
You're about to describe like a sound that I make, right? With the door. Because yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do once I hear that is just my action is going to be Hour of Reaping.
No, you're going to get tuck.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. That's fair.
Well, the thing is, like, it would have been like an action to like unlock it and get here, like all these like stack things. I will, however, allow you to make Tuck do that, like to open the door, and it's him that fucks up.
Okay.
So you can cast Arrow Reaping if you really want. Like, I think it would be kind of funny. So
I think
we can roll
should.
back and ret that. That's fine. Yeah.
Rhal
I
whispers
think you
to
should too.
Tuck
It's
to
funny.
look away from him, though.
Close your eyes.
Close your eyes. I'm going to get more scary. I know I'm already scary. I know, but I'm going to get more scary.
As he hears like creak, you like close your eyes. He just closes his eyes. He's still gonna have to roll though, like because it's your presence, not just your looks. As Rhal's hoodie again like transforms into some bizarre like skeletal wing looking motherfucking thing.
I grab
the flesh
Tuck.
from his body begins to like melt off. Tuck accepts your carry.
Okay.
All right, so let's do Tuck first. Well, funnily enough, his wisdom is pretty high, so
Yes.
he's fine. I'm gonna roll for Honorino. Honorino did spot you, by the way. He got a 12. I assume that's a fail.
That is. It's a 14 DC.
Jesus effing Christ.
Double check that, but I
Just going to
believe
be
it's
scared again.
yeah, DC 14.
The two wizards in the room equally cower in the corner. Like you can see one of them was casting a magic spell. You see the blue going around, Honorino standing there. As you do this, everyone jumps a foot in the air and screams into the corner. Like, I'm going to allow you and Tuck to get out of the room if this is your plan.
Absolutely.
Okay, you cross the threshold. I'm going to say between the two of you, that's where you get on this go. This is
Beautiful.
where you are.
Okay.
Oh my god. God damn it, Rhal. You ruined all my plans. Stop this. Stop it now.
Never stop.
Okay. It's the hidden bards go.
Fuck you.
They
Piece of
you
shit.
hear this like beautiful like wind chimey effect going on. And it's really soothing and it possibly maybe lulling you to sleep, Zaltanna.
Is it though? Because I have 49 hit points.
God damn it, you got 48.
Fuck you, Bard. Eat my
God
dick.
fucking
Wrecked.
damn it.
Neil, put a vuvuzela over this. Fuck
No.
you.
No.
Okay, so I'm
demand
super unhappy with this
vuvuzelas.
hidden fucking bard. I hate this bard.
We all do.
God. I love this bard. A bit of me loves it.
I no
Podcast
longer stand this bard. In fact, I want him dead. I take back
Okay.
my comment from 2 episodes ago.
One
episode ago. Last
episode. All right, that was the hidden bards go. Zaltanna, it's now your go. There is a somewhat broken-willed Dravor standing above you with a sword. Yeah, that's you.
I'm on the ground prone, right?
Yes, you are.
Can I stab him from prone?
Yeah, I think it's at disadvantage.
So that means I just roll 1 for each.
You're better off just standing up.
Oh,
you can stand up.
but that's an action, isn't it?
No, that's half
No,
your
it's
movement.
half your movement.
Oh, then yeah, I'll stand up. And then I will stab.
You could stand up with the sword into him. That would be kind of cool.
I would like to do that. Let's see if that.
Okay, all right.
So that's 25
That hits for sure.
plus.
1d6 for your hunter's muck.
When
She
will
died.
I crit so I can get?
Oh, she died. Yeah, good point. Yeah,
no,
you're dead. So that hunter's muck would have dropped.
because I don't have any more spell slots. Don't do that to me. That's so bullshit.
Sorry. He was right. I forgot you went unconscious. My bad. Okay. So that's 12 slashing damage from the first strike, which as you stand up, like you sheath Cannonmon into his body for 12 damage.
Okay, Tyr. You know what I want from you. Give it to me.
We all want it.
We all want this crit so badly. 16 to hit. Let me check. That fails because his AC is 17. So you just sheath it into him once, pull out, and he just dodges like out of the way. Like, you know, they still have preservation of themselves, generally speaking. Okay, so that's 12 damage, and I will take that from him. He's looking a little bit unhappy now.
Good. Fuck him.
He's gonna be a lot more unhappy in a second here.
I can't wait for this. I'm so happy with this. Okay. It is now... NPC description. All right. Elise is awake because of the heal thingy. She throws her hand forward and closes it, throws it forward and then closes it quickly in a fist, attempting to cast a whole person on the single fighter that's between her and Benno and freedom from this bizarre fight. It fails. Benno attempts to hit the guy with a sword that he has because he's in melee range. He fails one and hits on the second, but doesn't do a lot of damage. The fighter picks up his axe and slams it down onto Benno's head with a critical, and he goes down. He slashes then at Elise's chest, who is still conscious, again with a single hit point. So Benno is unconscious on the ground. Homer. Over on their side, Dominate Person, the magic user, chuckles to himself. Gets the small gnome to stand up on the balcony and look across. And he casts Insect Plague down on Balance.
That's cheating.
Sorry. They yeah. Okay, let's find Insect Plague. Swarming, biting. I think we made them scarabs last time. So, scarabs fill a 20-foot radius sphere centered on Balance. The sphere is difficult terrain, and each creature within it must make a Constitution saving throw. Let me just check his AC. His DC.
I'll bet you it's higher than 15. Wait a minute. I have inspiration.
You do?
I'm fucking using it.
Please.
Because otherwise...
His DC is 17.
I just needed 2 or more. 6! I passed.
You did. Good job.
Oh, thank you, Elise.
You're fine. Creature takes 4d10 piercing damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one.
Oh, that would have been bad.
Yeah. So
Still
I
could be
roll
really
4d10
bad.
and I will half. You take 12 points of damage in total. As these scarabs just nip down and bite on your skin. You hear Homer like, "We didn't mean to do that. It's not my fault." As he's super pissed off and annoyed by this. Like, this wasn't his plan. The 2 archers that are still alive up in his little conclave are shooting down arrows at Benno and Elise. Thankfully, none of them hit at all. They managed to somehow dodge out of that. One final archer stands up there and shoots down at Zaltanna because they're ignoring Dravis's commands because fuck that guy. And Zaltanna looks super angry with a big sword. For a 7 versus your armor class, it's going to fail. And for another 7 versus your armor class, both of these just go completely wide.
I just, there's a part of me that wants to, for flavor, just be like, Zaltanna just can, hear them coming in her, focused rage mode, and she just doubly swats them out of the air.
You could just spin and, chop them out of the air with the sword.
No, I just, she swats them.
Oh, backwards with her arms.
You're pfui, pfui.
Yeah.
That's
Perfect.
the noise that makes.
Yeah.
Pfui.
In focus mode, yeah. Let's do it. Over on Jen's side, she's laying on the ground unconscious. The robed figure with lots of gems and some broken standing over her, not looking too peaky themselves. She fails her first death save. The magic user looks around, stares down at her body, gets a wicked grin, pulls out a dagger, and slices her throat. The resulting explosion knocks that magic user unconscious. And you hear this beautiful, serene voice coming from where she passed. You feel warmth rush over every single one of you, and you all regain 2d8 hit points.
Oh. Roll it individually?
Yeah, all roll individually. Like, she's interacting with you all separately.
Oh, shit.
This only applies to Zaltanna, Balance, and Rhal, and Homer, because they're the ones that she can easily feel, sense, and see.
I wasn't near there, though.
Oh, no, you're too far.
What about Benno and Elise?
Yeah, I didn't do it.
They do not know.
Oh.
It's the level that she can sense and see. Her wings erupt from her shoulders, and she floats above the ground. You hear this beautiful cawing sound which revitalizes your spirit. And you see a black phoenix with dark purple tips on her feathers and a slight gold sheen fly over to where Homer is being dominated by the magic user and the various archers. And that's that go over. Next round.
What the fuck is happening?
Your NPCs are dropping like flies, man. I don't know what to...
I was counting on that, though.
I was hoping. This is not good. All right. Okay. Next round, top of the rounds, is Dravos. What are you doing with him?
Balance is going to have a bit of a wicked grin on his face of his own, and just kind of give like a mental command. Why don't you take a dive? And he's going to command Dravos to take a swan dive into the abyss.
Okay. He walks away from Zaltanna. Zaltanna, would you like to strike him?
Oh, I very, very much would. So
He didn't hit you last
very
round,
bad.
so he doesn't have the avoid opportunity bullshit on him. Go for it.
Fuck that guy. Fuck all
Fuck
these
that guy,
guys.
Jesus Christ, my ear. And secondly, I think we know what that was. Would you like to... Can you roll the damage so I can narrate this correctly? Because it may be you may... Could you just roll the damage? Holy shit. Fuck my ear. She didn't even roll the second one. She had advantage, but no. Jesus.
Casey, roll the damage, please.
Hold on, I gotta remember how.
Can you do?
It's been so
can you do a
long.
retake of a less loud scream so that I can paste that where I'm
Yeah.
inevitably going to cut that sound that just happened?
Okay, sorry, hold on. Ah!
Yeah, there we go.
That's totally not gonna work. You're gonna
No,
have
it's
to paste
good.
the other one underneath
It's
super
good.
quiet.
Sorry, I'm really sorry. I've just been waiting for this all fucking night.
You just hear Rethix. You hear Cannonball in your ear, just like.
Don't try and steal me, you wife-stealing leech.
I'm gonna write that down so I could get Rethix to do that before I forget.
Please, I need to hear that line from him.
Okay. So, as Zaltanna slashes her opportunity attack in the back of Dravos, she slashes down his back for a resounding 11 damage, and quickly follows it up with Cannonball being super pissed and annoyed. And you see this explosion of force pushing Dravos towards the edge with a wonderful 34 damage as blood begins to trickle out of his ear. And just as he's at the edge, just as he's beginning to find his feet again, the command to dive is too much as he looks down over this pit, and he dives headfirst into the abyss. I do, however, need to roll his falling damage. I just want to see how dead he is.
Arch. Internet high five.
Alright, let's check this out. I'm pretty sure 20d6 is the most we can roll. Yes, it is.
there's a maximum fall damage.
Yep.
Terminal velocity.
Well, most of those were natural 6s on those d6 rolls. Okay, so you don't even hear a scream. You don't even hear a cry. You just hear like falling into the abyss. As Zaltanna does 11 slashing damage, as Kalinmorn does 34 thunder damage to him, and the fall gives him 71 damage. So I need to add these up because there may be a chance he's not dead. He has a resounding hit pull. All right.
That's 100.
So
it's 116.
okay. All right. I will let you work out what his fate is. You just are aware that he has fallen into the abyss after having been thunder waved and basically slashed to the back by a sword. Yeah. So Dravis's... I'm just going to circle Dravis's name. I don't want you to know whether he's dead or not. I'll let you make the assumptions. Okay. Good times, guy. It's Honorino's go. Since no one is with Honorino, no one knows what happens to him.
It's really important for me to know if he's dead, because since I helped strike a killing blow, I could get his soul, right?
No, because the strike itself didn't kill him.
Boo.
Yeah.
I want that fucker's soul.
Yeah, dive down after him, I guess. I mean,
It's only 71 damage.
don't do it. It's super bad. Okay,
You
it's
can get
Balance's
Rhal to
go.
do it. He has slow fall.
Great. Okay. Whew. This is a dude with an axe.
Yes,
He's doing the mean things to friends.
he is doing the mean things to friends.
Okay.
He doesn't have a lot of hit points.
Great. I'm gonna mind thrust him because I'm not wasting psi points on this jackass.
Okay, roll some damage.
Oh, I forgot to mention it last turn.
Okay.
Fuck. The mystical recovery thing.
Yeah, I'll let you take it. That's fine.
All right. Just for the sake of me getting that sweet 5 HP back. Yes, I'm gonna mind thrust this dude.
Okay, go for it.
He needs to make a DC 16 int save.
Takes half damage if he fails?
No
Or is it
damage if
just
he fails. Or if he succeeds.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Well, he's not very intellectual.
18 psychic damage.
As we see a beautiful, resounding image, which is very much balance of an exploding head. This dude is turned into paste. He is no more. He is bereft of life.
And
and
then
he's gone.
How far down? High up am I?
At this point, you're probably about 20, 25 feet.
I'll take the fucking fall damage.
All right. You roll your damage. I don't want to hurt you anymore.
I think the first 10
Well, no, I
is
do,
ignored.
but-
It's the 10 after that.
Yeah,
matters.
first 10's ignore.
So
Yeah.
it's a D6.
So it's just 1d10. 1d6, yeah.
So I take 4 damage. Oh no.
Yeah, you hear a slight crack of your elbow, like of your ankle, like, oh, that's going to sting in the morning.
That burn when you jump off of the swing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that kind of like, oh, that wasn't a good landing. Okay.
I am out of the bugs. Fuck the bugs.
Rhal. Tuck.
Yeah. We're going. Assuming that Tuck is
You
able
can
to
carry
keep
him.
up.
He's not going to push you over your weight. Like, you picked him up and ran. You said you picked
can
him
I
up.
make it?
So
How
you can
far
carry
can I
him.
make it down this hallway if I spend that key point to do 90 feet?
135 feet.
135.
So just over halfway.
So probably doing that would be good. Let's do that.
Okay. From behind you, you hear the sounds of wizards chanting. And it gets quieter and quieter as you just bamf your way out of here. Cool. Good. Okay. Hidden Bard is not happy.
Does he, by any chance, does he scream something like, Daddy, no? Or
Do you know what? You don't hear a peak. You hear nothing at all. That's the hidden bards go. Zaltanna, what do you want to do? So everyone up on Jens's balcony is dead, bar one unconscious. No, they were dead. They were dead up on her balcony. Everyone is dead down here on the floor. There are a fair few people up on Homer's part if you wish to go up there. This is all entirely up to you. Balance has just landed like Hulky style just next to you, fist in the ground. And you have just blown Dravos away.
Nice.
I will say, at this point, the moment you see Dravos tip over and fall, as you kind of like get that moment, that kind of like vengeance is done, you feel a shift in your chest. You feel a... It's not your heartbeat. It's very, very slow. And it's just connecting into your chest right now. You can just feel it.
What has the bard done to me?
It's not the bard. It's a feeling you haven't had in a fair while because you thought she was dead.
Odette?
You don't hear anything. You just feel an extra heart beating in your chest.
She's close.
So, what do you want to do?
It's hard because Zaltanna's very torn. Because part of her is like, I should go up and deal with... How many guys are there up on Homer's balcony?
All right, let's check on Homer's balcony. There are 4 people up on his balcony. There are 2 magic users. One of them is looking rather picky. The other one's looking okay. And there are 2 fairly okay looking archers. I say fairly. He did destroy a lot of people up here, as did... his tidal wave did a good job. But there are 4 people up there.
Is there an easy way to climb up there, or would I have to jump?
There are little pieces of like floating rock that you could probably like jump up to and start like, bouncing your way up there. It'll be slightly quicker than running to the end of the room and up the staircase. So it'll probably take you around to get there from where you are versus like 2.
And do I have a sense of where Odette is, or do I just sense her in general?
You just sense her near. It's more like hot or cold. Like if you get further away, you'll know that you're heading in the wrong direction.
All right, well, I'll go up towards them because if it's not like a thing where it's like, hey, go into the doorway behind you and find your wife.
Nice,
she's going to be like, okay, well, if I get further away from her, I'll know. And then I'll just go in the opposite direction from that. But in the meantime, I can kick some ass. So I'll head up towards that.
Yep. As you bounce your way up there, yes, it's going to... the beating gets quieter and softer in your chest. I do need you to make an athletics check because you're like climbing and jumping and doing all this good stuff. You have a lot of movement. You're climbing and jumping. So, yeah. It's not a particularly difficult check. Say 15.
And I hit it.
You are at disadvantage because you are exhausted.
Why am I exhausted again?
Inverna.
14.
You get most of the way up there. There's a couple of slips. You don't quite reach the balcony, so you'll have to use some of your move next go to get there. Okay. That was Zaltanna's round. Back to our wonderful NPCs. Okay. Elise and Benno. Well, Elise bends down and casts Cure Wounds on Benno at her highest level spell slot. She has no spell slots left. And he comes to. No one stabs at Benno now. No one shoots at Benno now. Benno's not dead anymore. So he's fine. They're both awake. They just both look a little bit stunned. That's them. That's them done. All right. Over on Homer's side, Jens the Phoenix flies over to home above Zaltanna's head, which may be the momentary distraction that meant you couldn't get there in time. As she gets there, she shrieks a bird call, and you see a magical wall of fire, taller, bigger, and brighter than anything you've ever seen, encircling the 4 people that are standing up here. All but one of them fails. And you see 3 people almost instantly incinerated. except one. One archer stands in the middle of this wall of fire, bow in hand, his companions around him melting, and Homer is released from his dominate person. The archer pulls his bow, and he looks around at all of you, terrified and scared. And as the flames die down, and Jens's egg floats down, just to land somewhere next to where Homer is standing, Homer looks at the egg, and looks at the boy, looks back at Zaltanna. I think you should probably be running along now, don't you? The boy drops his bow and runs. You guys are alive, bar Jens's egg. Rhal and Tuck appear at the entryway. Rhal, this is like someone has just like
We're here.
it's like someone has like brought a hammer to the scenario and smashed to pieces like a child. You guys are out of combat. Everyone looks fucked. What do you guys want to do now?
Tuck!
He waves, a little exhausted.
I put him down so that he could go and do Tuck things.
He looks at you all and he sees Elise. And it takes probably barely 2 rounds for them to race to each other. And she picks him up and just like holds him close, even though he's filthy, dirty, grotty, covered in grime, emaciated, and utterly naked. It's super weird to see, but also very touching.
I always knew this day would come.
Tight. She just holds him tight, and you can hear them both just audibly sobbing. Homer picks up the egg and begins to like hop, skip, and jump his way down the various islands that are breaking up around all of you. The chasm that you made Stravos Thunderwave fall into is getting ever bigger, ever wider.
We have to go. She's over here. We locked her in. We have the key.
Why would you do that?
Locked her in so no one would get to her.
Is she okay?
She's asleep.
No.
She's been asleep for days.
No.
Where's my sister?
Let's go. And I lead everyone down the hallway.
You lead everyone down the hallway. Elise and Tuck probably take their sweet time following, giving you your distance. Homer waits at the edge also with them, holding onto Jens's egg and looking a little bit sad, a little unhappy. The 3 of you and Benno race towards the room with the teleport rune. There's nobody here. There is a weird feeling of magic having just been missed. You race along this pathway that leads down. You find this cell. You find the hole you need to jump over. Some of you are easily able to make it. Some of you, probably wiser, you don't. It's cracked a little wider, a little deeper. The one on your side is a bit higher than the one on the other side. It's beginning to break apart as well. You can see some of the doors have twisted and warped and begun to float out of place. And Benno rushes over to the end, ahead of you, Zaltanna, slightly longer legs, and just stands there. He's missing a nose, bleeding, covered in scars. And he's just standing there, his eyes wide, unable to move. What do you want to do, Zaltanna?
I'm gonna push past him.
He is in no way resisting you. He lets you go. Odette is lying on the bed. She's very thin and very pale. Her hair is very long and scraggly. What was once a beautiful, honey-coloured, bright blonde effect is now drab, more like straw. Her eyes are closed and she has a pained expression on her face.
I know what's happening right now. She rushes in and she grabs up Odette. And she's breathing.
She's breathing. Now that you're here, you can feel that heartbeat very, very strong. And it doesn't take you long to realise that both your hearts are beginning to beat together, the same rhythm. Yours has slowed down immensely to match hers.
The Sandman has it. I don't... Balance.
Yes?
What do we do?
At the moment, I don't think there's much we can do. We're all exhausted, and I don't have the energy to really do much, even if we encountered him now. Best we can do is get her out of here and then try to do something when we're all recovered.
Maybe the Beholder knows.
I don't think we should go back to the Beholder.
He seemed nice.
Yeah, well, that was sort of my doing.
Huh?
Demi.
If we can get a hold of her, that's definitely an option.
There's no transportation route anymore, right?
The teleportation rune is still there, yeah. You passed it on your way down.
We can't use it, though. The
Why?
only person that was able to use it is currently an egg.
Now that's a sentence you don't hear every day.
Meta-wise, we would have to wait for gens to come back. We don't need the rune, if I recall correctly, for teleport to get to other
That's
places
true, yeah.
as long as she knows.
It basically makes it 100% sure that you'll get there by like 1 or 2 mishap points. But yeah,
Right.
They just aid in making the like delivery of yourself to another place a lot easier.
How long is she going to be an egg?
I don't think she ever told us.
Because if it's like an hour, then like, yeah, we can wait. But like, otherwise we should move.
No, even
It
then, because
matters.
the place is falling apart, we shouldn't stick around.
Do you still have your key point? Not key points. Oh my god, side points. Do you have any side points? Can you pull us out?
Abso-fucking-lutely not. Not even close. I have 3. And I was saving those 3 in case Benno or Elise got dropped like a potato again. The best thing I could think that we could do right now is get back to the cot outside of this shithole if we even can get there, take a rest, and then try to figure out some sort of plan, see if maybe we can get gens out of the egg a bit quicker.
Can we get somewhere where the ground is not breaking apart?
Right.
Rhal's like freaking out. He kind of pushes a rock away from him.
Why don't we start by just getting out of here? Zaltanna, are you and Benno going to be able to carry Odette out together?
I think so. It's gonna be really awkward because one of them is pretty short, the other one's pretty tall, but
Well, it's better
You
that
could
way.
Lift her on your own. Like you could carry her on your own. You are very strong.
that was my that was my original plan.
Yeah, you
You can like
carry her.
wrap
I'm just
her in your
gonna
cape.
sling her over my shoulders like a
You
cape.
have a cape. Yeah. You can like
Wife cape.
put her on the cape and like pull her.
Yeah, she could literally just lift her in your arms. Like,
Ah.
yeah,
I'm
Literally
gonna
just like
carry
arms.
her princess carry.
yeah. Like you can do that. You have the strength to do that. Like you may be close to your weight limit, but you know this is true love. So fuck that. Yeah. Okay,
We should get going.
you guys are heading where?
Out.
Walking, I assume.
I have no way of doing anything otherwise. As we are passing through the big room again, and as we're passing through the magic room, and as we're passing through the big room, Balance does want to search any bodies or anything that may contain anything valuable.
Are you spending time to do this, or is it just like if you see something shiny, you'll grab it?
He's going to spend a little bit of time to it, just because I imagine we're probably going at a slow pace.
Yeah.
We all just got our asses handed to us, so yeah, we're probably going kind of slow.
I just ran real far.
Slowly picking your way through the remains. I'm not going to make you roll because some of these things are fairly obvious. You find 3 daggers of +1.
Oh, shit. Okay, fuck. Oh, fuck. Hold on a second. Let me write this down. Fuck, that's the good stuff.
Yep. I'm
Good
only
shit,
giving you
good
the good
shit.
stuff. I'm not going to make you roll for this because some of it's obvious and some of it, like, you're slowly picking your way through, not deliberately, like, I'm going to search every single thing and make a pile of bodies and then throw them down. Yeah, like, you're not doing that. Like, you're just passing through and seeing what you can see.
All right.
At, like, surface level. There is a cloak of protection.
What color is it?
Blue.
Fuck yes.
Dabba-dee, dabba-die.
All right.
What else can I give you?
Go after that wizard for his shitty gems.
Yeah, the wizard with the gems especially.
The wizard with the shitty gems, there are 2 diamonds that would be able to cast Revivify.
Ooh.
Yep. I don't remember exactly what they are right now, but you'd have those. And there is also some boots. They're called the boots of... Just say magical boots and remind me when you have someone to identify them.
Or just like put them on and say, fuck it. I'll figure out later when I attune
You
to
could
them.
do that if you want. Like, you could do that if you want. They're magic boots, so they will craft to whatever size
Oh
you
my
need them.
goodness. Rock could have boots?
Yeah. I mean,
Shoes?
like, your claws would still, like, come through, but yeah.
Let me ask
like,
you
the skin
this.
part of your...
Who did the boots come off of?
The boots came off of one of the fighters on the ground.
Okay, so I assume that they're not the boots that make you infinitely dance.
No. That would be cursed, I think, so probably not.
Right, that wouldn't make sense that you would have one of your melee guys doing that.
It was on someone that was functioning as a being, so
Exactly, okay.
that's a plus. You don't think they're going to melt someone.
All right. Anything else?
Nope. Nope, that's all you find. Like, at a cursory glance, that's all you would find.
Sweet.
Okay. I'm going to say, for the sake of brevity, that all of you guys managed to make your way through the cave system. Make your way back up. Odette is asleep in your arms. Her heartbeat is still slow. She still looks greatly pained. Elise is carrying Tuck, and despite all of his complaints, refuses to put him down. And you guys make your way upwards. The egg is passed over to Rhal, as was Jen's wishes. So you get to now have an egg. The egg is roughly the size of like a rugby ball.
I thought this was a joke. Oh no.
She wanted you to have it because you're the only other egg-laying species here.
Emma would have liked that.
Well, he looks up over at Odette and Zaltanna, who's like stoically carrying her. It's like, well, we've reunited some people today, so maybe your Emma won't be too far ahead of us too. Well, shift back. I've got to try and move this stone. And Homer burrows his way through like a freaking rock. He uses magic. It takes some time. And you guys make your way out to the fresh air. You make your way walking back towards the caravan. Homer sits up and takes watch. He's fairly healthy. He has a fair few spells left. Like, he came through fairly unscathed, all things considered. He looks over at the egg quite often, quite sadly, where it's held. You think maybe he was pretty fond of her after all. The egg doesn't make any sounds. There's no twitching from inside. It's slightly warm. The egg itself is like a hot fuchsia pink color. It's very bright. Let's put it like that. And all of you manage to rest and relax. And other things like attunement and checking out items we will do when we come back next time. But I want to do a Zaltanna. Zaltanna.
Yes.
Odette is lying unconscious. Are you planning on staying up with her? Are you planning on falling asleep with her? Are you going to try and find a way of... what exactly is it you want to do? I'm going to say for, like, the fact that most people are considerate and some people even just, like, get the fuck out of the caravan. Like, they give you two some space just to rest you down and you can be with her whatever it is you decide you need to do right now.
Zaltanna's just, like, lying next to her, just, like, brushing her fingers through Odette's hair, like, tenderly, just... kind of like teary-eyed because she never thought that like she'd see her again, and I think she needs to sleep because she needs to regain things, and including her strength.
As you're laying there, like stroking her face and like beginning to fall asleep. At the corner of your eye, you think you see like a dark shadow, like a tendril of a shadow, like begin to form around her shoulders. And the more you look, the more you just like directly look at it, you see that the shadow is becoming thicker and darker. You see the shadows beginning to form around her like a cloak. You begin to see her face become very drawn. You see her eyes open, but they're not Odette's eyes. They're the eyes of the Sandman.
Get out.
He smiles.
Your wife is mine now.
The fuck she is. Get out.
I don't think so. I think she'll be a good experiment.
Odette is no one's experiment.
She's mine.
No.
She broke into my dream spaces.
She did not. Nothing
you?
belongs to you, you absolute prick. You think that just because you can go into people's dreams willy-fucking-nilly, that you're some kind of god? You know what you are? You're puny and pathetic and insecure, and you need to get the fuck out of my wife. So fucking help me.
I need you to make a wisdom save.
Okay. That's a 23.
Goddamn son of a bitch. You take 11 points of psychic damage, which was the half, by the way.
Okay.
As you begin to yell and shout at the Sandman. As your hand reaches out and points at him and yells and shouts into his face, mere millimeters away, you realize that your own skin is beginning to become shrunken, become pulling at you. You feel your own heart beginning to slow down.
No.
And you feel the darkness envelop you as you drift off to sleep. For those who see Zaltanna in the morning, she hasn't been consumed by the Sandman. But Zaltanna, you feel the mark on your soul. He is watching you, and he is waiting for you to fall asleep again.
Hello everyone, Rhal here. Thank you so much for listening. We hope you are enjoying the show. If you want to help us out, outside of telling all of your friends about the show, the best way to help the show is to go to patreon.com/tldpod and see if you can give $1, help us out. Every little bit goes a long way to help us improve the show. Even if all you can give is $1 and you can't necessarily do some of the things right away, such as the Kino early access or the name pool to help us make NPC names, every little dollar goes a long way into helping us. And those dollars have already gone a long way to helping us improve our show's quality, getting everyone some equipment. And alongside all of those dollars, when we ask for things, we like to give back. So a lot of the things that we do now, such as Kino, and some of the things that we are currently working on, were all funded from Patreon. So we definitely like to give back as much as you all put in. So your help is very much appreciated and can help the show and bring more content out for you all. So thank you all so much for listening, and we hope that you like some of this content that we have coming out, some of the future content. We hope you are enjoying Kino. Shout at us on Twitter at TLDpod. And until next time, bye-bye.
Hello, Ariel. Did you want to listen in on me and Rock enjoying ourselves?
Don't encourage
Should
him.
I describe to you what we're doing right now?
Mikasa? What's going on?
Let's see. Look, these wind shells document anything you do in order to banish the spirits.
I don't banish spirits. I'm fixing the tango.
Of course, we can't open a new hole into the Aetherweb every year.
But spirits aren't always bad, are
Those
they?
are exactly the reason tangoids happen in the first
Akasa, I'm
place.
sure Raka knows how to get through a water gate without disrupting the magic balance.
So what happens when there's a hole in the weave? Does magic pour out?
It is already broken! Let more of air into this world! I'll destroy every single one of them!
You've had enough already!
I will kill you, you filthy
Whoa, calm down, Raka!
Try it, Feather Duster!
Gone, ferocious rune master. Your friction will grind the weave a twain.
Yarta, in moments like these, I wish I could see the runes.
What's wrong, Raka? Is that tangle weave maybe too difficult even for someone as great as you?
Counterbalance, a high fantasy audio drama. Subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you get podcasts from.